Sane FM, it's 94.7, and my guest tonight is Paula Litang, who's riding high in the charts, number 15 at the moment, with her brilliant single Sunshine. Paula, you must be over the moon on how things are going.
Nigel, thank you so much. Yeah, number 15 on the charts. It feels almost surreal. You know, it's you do a lot of work in the studio and you just try to get things done and try to produce music that you think people will really gravitate to or enjoy. And I've been feeling a lot of the love out of the UK right now. So the fact that it has made it to number 15 on the charts, I just can't say how much I appreciate it from all of the listeners. It's amazing.
Now, before we go any further, I need to tell the listener that you're not American. And that's the awful thing to tell anybody who's a Canadian. I know that. But you actually live in Toronto.
Actually, yes, I have lived in Vancouver at one point. But at this particular time, I've moved to the Toronto area. I've been here in Toronto for quite a while. So right now, presently, where I reside is in Toronto. And it's been getting a little chilly these days as we kind of warm into winter, should I say. So a little sunshine definitely goes a long way.
Now, our music is heavily influenced by the American scene and what's happening over that side of the water. You being right next door, what's the Canadian soul scene like?
I'd say that the Canadian soul music scene is still a growing scene. There are a lot of incredible independent artists out here doing a lot of work. A lot of them go across the border. A lot of them are doing a number of festivals and shows. So there's an active movement here for those that enjoy that particular genre. And a lot of artists like myself that are out there promoting it and just doing what we can, our best, to basically keep it alive.
Now, not only are you a great singer, but I understand you're also a radio presenter as well.
Yes, I do. I actually host a radio show on CGRU 1280 AM. It's called All About the Funk on Friday evenings. So for those that would love to tune in or check it out, they can. Of course, if you miss the show, there's always the podcast. People love their podcasts. So they can go to allaboutthefunk.com. There we play a lot of funk, soul, neo-soul, emerging artists, Canadian content. We try to do a lot of that as well. So it's really a show with a mixed bag, a nice variety of funk and soul music that people don't always get to hear on the mainstream.
Well, there's so much happening in your life at the moment. The single doing really well. And I understand there's an album in the pipeline. What's next for you then?
What's next for me? I can say that I'm right now really focused on completing this album, getting it done, doing work over at MH Studio and Mazik Music Productions with Supa El and Harjeet, who is our engineer, doing such a great job with putting together the album. So that's going to be my main focus right now. That's really what I have going on. It's going to be a variety of styles from neo-soul, little funk, little G-funk too, and of course the Quiet Storm style, which is really what I initially was planning on doing with this album. But then I am from the warm French Creole Caribbean island of Dominica, so I had to put in something with a little bit of movement, so that's why you got Little Sunshine and a few other tracks that I'll actually be adding to the album that'll give it a nice balance of a little bit dancey and a little bit, of course, mellow and slow jam, which I also love to do and play.
Well, we wish you all the very best of luck with the new album, Paula. Now, we're going to hear something from an earlier album that you worked on. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
This particular track, That's Why, has a bit of a zouk music influence, zouk from the French Creole Caribbean islands, as well as the jazz influence. And we did it with the album Nuka Oulé, called We Are Rolling, from the band Levitation. And basically it's a mix of, like I said, zouk and jazz, and just putting the two together, although we did the vocals in English because we really wanted to reach out to a wider audience. While bringing in the Caribbean feeling, we also wanted people to be able to, sing along or basically feel the energy that we were bringing with this particular song. That's why.
Saint FM 94.7, online as well at saintfm.co.uk. Nigel Waymark with you, playing Paula Tang, my guest tonight, and That's Why. That's a lovely track. Paula, what's your musical influences? Who floats your boat?
Wow, that's an interesting question. My influences, I've got so many. Living close to the border at Buffalo in Ontario, I was influenced a lot by U.S. music at the time. I was listening to Evelyn Champagne King. Of course, when Anita Baker came out with her amazing album, you couldn't help but know every single song. Also influences from groups like Styx and ABBA and Genesis, and even a little country music, even folk style with Karen Carpenter. Just a whole lot of things really touched me as I grew up. And so if you want to talk about what floats my boat, I'd probably say just about everything floats my boat. I'm really open to all types of music, all genres. I love it. I love it all. It's all about music. Music is your heart, right? And it's what you feel. And so I guess I feel a lot.
Wow, a wide selection of music there and musical tastes for you there. So when's the new album going to be out then, Paula?
Well, the new album hopefully will be out sometime next year. We'll definitely keep everybody posted as when it comes out, but we'll release a few singles along the way and make sure that we keep everybody informed about that. And hopefully people will gravitate towards it. Again, to each his own, right? You can put an album out and have a whole variety of styles, and somebody will gravitate to one and somebody else will gravitate to another. And that's really kind of the goal, is to really be able to spread it out and get as many people into it, listening to it, and then maybe giving that other song that maybe they didn't think they were going to attach themselves to, giving it another listening ear. So it's really hopefully sometime next year we'll have that out, and again, I'll be sure to let you know so you can share it with the listeners.
And can we ask you to come back on once the new album is ready to go?
Oh, absolutely. I would love to come back and talk to you about the new CD when it's released. Absolutely. Consider that done. It will be my absolute pleasure.
Paula, what sort of styles, what can we expect to hear on the album?
With this particular CD, I thought I'd try something a little bit different, kind of change the genre. As I mentioned earlier, I'd been doing a lot of French Creole Caribbean zouk, a lot of Caribbean music, and I really felt that I wanted to go back to what I grew up with, again, listening to music coming out of Buffalo, New York. And so in that, I decided to try something new, go into a new genre. Well, not so new, but in terms of producing and creating music for it, that, when I came across this track from Grammy-nominated DJ Nady, I couldn't resist but to write something to that particular track, which, of course, then brought forth the song Sunshine. So this has really opened up a lot of doors. I'm really excited about the new listeners and the new DJs that I've managed to touch base with, and of course all the love that I've been getting from the UK. This has been absolutely amazing. So I want to say thank you so much to everybody for supporting the music. And for those that would like to, grab it, they can go to my website. It's musicbypaula.com. They can purchase it at cdbaby.com. They can go to iTunes and listen on Spotify. If for those of you that have Spotify, you can just search Paula Tang and get in the groove and join the party. We've got a lot of room for everyone.
I can't wait for that. Paula, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you very much for your time you've spent in your busy recording studio. I know you've been in and out of the studios at the same time. Can I ask you to introduce the song that's doing so well in the charts at the moment, please?
Absolutely. I'd love to introduce the song. But first, I want to say thank you so much, Nigel, for sharing your time and giving me the opportunity to share, a little bit of me with your listeners and the whole listening audience. So thank you so much.
An absolute pleasure, Paula. Over to you then.
For everyone that's locked in, wherever you are around the world, and those of you locked in on the podcast, whether it's warm or it's cold outside, sharing a little sunshine with you here on Unity 101.
that cloudy day ray of sun, making its way through, taking me over my four-leaf clover, the one that I'll need over and over. I know you don't need to be more than you have to be to open up my eyes to see. We got it like that, and as a matter of fact,
this is Paula Latang, and you're listening to Nigel Waymark on Saint FM 94.7 Soul Radio UK.
Think about your kiss and I hope and pray and wish that I be the dream you dream, and I hope you won't make me wait. Sunshine has come my way, cleared all the clouds away, and it feels so good just to hear you say you're believing and you're feeling what I'm feeling. I'm believing, so don't you go nowhere. You make me feel like I'm walking on air. No one else can compare. You're more than all I've been, more than I've ever been. You got me thinking L.O.V. love more than I ever thought of. Wondering where you came from, how you got me sort of caught up in your web. Was it something that you said? You got me here thinking, waiting, anticipating. Is this the love that I've been waiting on? You got me holding on, I'm holding on.
This is Paula Latang, and you're listening to Nigel Waymark on Saint FM 94.7 Soul Radio UK.
Think about your kiss and I hope and pray and wish that I be the dream you dream, and I hope you won't make me wait. Baby, 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 I got to let you know that I like it in your arms, and I think about your kiss and I hope and pray and wish that I be the dream you dream, and I hope you won't make me wait. Don't make me wait, oh no, that's right. Don't make me wait, oh, you're my sunshine.
This is Paula Latang, and you're listening to Nigel Waymark on Saint FM 94.7 Soul Radio UK.